MrBeast flying economy was the first sign something was off. The man who buys private islands was now fighting for armrest space. It felt random until Beast Games dropped and everything made sense. The huge budget, the chaos, the entire surreal experience. He realized high-budget YouTube videos weren't enough anymore.
I am standing on $5 million, the grand prize of the most insane competition show you've ever seen. And competing for it are these 1,000 contestants. Are you all ready? Yeah. Start the timer. With massive challenges. Welcome to the elimination train.
That has never been done on TV before.
The stakes have never been higher. If he misses, your entire team is gone.
I feel terrible. I let down my whole team.
Who is going to drop?
I'm in a literal insane asylum.
This challenge might be the most cutthroat thing I've ever done.
Honestly, people believed he could pull it off. The guy who built Willy Wonka's factory, re-rated Squid Game, and gave away so much cash that TikTok felt it, announced Beast Games, a $100 million, 2,000-player real-life dystopian obstacle course for a $5 million prize. Everyone assumed he knew what he was doing, and that was their first mistake. Beast Games was supposed to be Jimmy's victory lap, proving YouTubers were serious entertainment powerhouses. Amazon bought the rights for millions, stadiums were built into fake mini-cities, and Jimmy hyped it as the next big thing. He promised it would be the greatest game show ever. That confidence should have been the first red flag. The chaos began before the cameras even started. Contestants entered Las Vegas expecting history, but were handed garbage bags to wear over their uniforms. Brand secrecy apparently wasn't considered until thousands were in Beast Games outfits. Then came food and water issues. Contestants were basically living off vibes and half an egg. Meals were hours apart, and portions were tiny. Think hotel breakfast with zero effort. A sad scoop of oatmeal, a hard-boiled egg, and a cup of vegetables. Enough to keep a hamster alive, but not anyone running obstacle courses.
There was a whole bunch of people talking about the poor conditions, or they were being mistreated.
For me, my experience was, if I'm gonna go compete for $5 million, I don't expect it to be the Ritz-Carlton. So yeah, we all got sleeping bags, we slept on the floor, we got 3 meals a day.
What were the meals?
We had oatmeal, we had hard-boiled eggs, but it was kind of weird because we'd have dinner after we're done filming, and sometimes we'd have dinner like 5 o'clock in the morning because most of the film...
Contestants reported that finding water was nearly impossible, with some having to beg staff for a drink, only to be told to push through. That's not motivation, it's a red flag. People were passing out from dehydration, heat, panic attacks, and even seizures. Medics were constantly called in, dealing with conditions worsened by the lack of access to essential medication, which was withheld for days. One contestant had a seizure, while another collapsed after finally getting food for the first time in 10 hours. The sleeping arrangements were even worse. Contestants slept shoulder to shoulder on the stadium floor in cheap $10 sleeping bags. There were no showers, no privacy, and hygiene became a rare commodity. A pink eye outbreak spread like wildfire, and COVID made its rounds too. The lack of proper announcements meant contestants often missed meals and medical assistance as instructions were shouted down the line like a twisted game of telephone. The challenges themselves were chaotic and unsafe. With no proper safety protocols, people got trampled, women were tackled by men running at full speed, and one woman blacked out after being hit. The guy who tackled her just kept playing. Broken noses, sprained ankles, and concussions were treated like minor inconveniences. Meanwhile, the crew faced their own nightmare, with long hours, unsafe working conditions, and even set pieces collapsing. In the end, Beast Games revealed the chaos behind the scenes. Even MrBeast admitted, after the dust settled, that some of his recent videos weren't up to his standards. He tweeted, "I just want to say, I think some of our newer YouTube videos haven't been as good as I want. I apologize. Your boy is going into ultra grind mode to make the greatest content of my life in 2026. Promise." It's almost ironic to hear him promise a redemption arc after everyone had already witnessed the chaos firsthand.
I'm on dog duty tonight. Alright, so this isn't quite the video I thought I'd be filming today, but apparently the first video I made about MrBeast and his Beast Games is being suppressed and restricted on TikTok as of today. If you hadn't seen that video, it is still up on my YouTube and Twitter, but it had around 11 million views on TikTok. I was simply telling one of the contestants' stories who talks about what appears to have been a very dangerous and mismanaged set. The video I posted is now only viewable in the US. It is blocked in every other country. I have not received an email from TikTok explaining why this happened, As of right now, someone is trying to silence me. I'll let you guys try and guess who would do something like that. So I'm here to tell all of you that I will continue to talk about people's experience on Beast Games because I am genuinely concerned about their safety and well-being.
Kane Anna Panino received hundreds of messages from Beast Games contestants and crew, revealing the chaotic conditions. MrBeast couldn't dismiss this as misinformation. Rosanna became the voice for the people who suffered, and when she shared proof, the backlash exploded. Lawsuits followed for unsafe work conditions, medical negligence, emotional distress, wage violations, and lack of basic care. The irony? Beast Games had a $100 million budget but couldn't provide basic necessities like water or functioning luggage storage. When the show aired, the reviews were brutal. IGN gave it a 2 out of 10, calling it hollow, shallow suffering, and The Guardian labeled it dystopian human misery. MrBeast's defense only worsened things, claiming it was sad that something so many worked on got a bad rating. Hollywood has unions, safety protocols, and basic medical support. Beast Games had none of that. Despite a $100 million budget, the production felt like a chaotic backyard party. Contestants were starved, denied medication, injured, and had their luggage misplaced. It was a disaster on every front. What shocked everyone was that this came from MrBeast, who had built a reputation for his generosity. Instead of a redemption arc, he followed up with Beastland, a bizarre theme park built in a country with little transparency. It seemed like an absurd cash grab more than a fan paradise, with giant props and bright colors that felt like a YouTube thumbnail come to life.
I'm first in line at MrBeastland. Thank you. I'm the first into Beastland. Can you win prizes in here?
Yes.
I'm the first one with a wristband. Let's go through the Beast. Here's the map of Beastland. Let's go find the prizes. There's 3 vaults here, gold, bronze, and silver. A crowd is forming in front of the 3 safes. The teleprompter says Chandler and MrBeast are gonna be here.
Hey guys, nice to meet all of you.
I'm never washing his hand.
Hey, go ride on the rides. Don't hang out.
He's walking around the park and chaos is following wherever he goes. I even found Dream at the MrBeast Festival.
How's it going?
Yes! Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Let's go into the MrBeast store. Beastland hoodies, 3 different Beast Lab toys, Beastland backpacks. Can I buy a Beastland hat?
MrBeast chose Saudi Arabia for Beastland, a location far from fans' reach, with strict controls over filming and public behavior. It's a place where the government can delete footage, fine you for recording, and dictate acceptable behavior. While he marketed Beastland as a global gift to unite people, it was really part of a massive government-funded project. Turns out, MrBeast wasn't just picking Saudi Arabia, he was paid to be there, paid to set up his brand on a 45-day desert pop-up that would vanish as quickly as it appeared. It was clear Beastland wasn't built to last.
Today we're at Beastland by MrBeast here in Riyadh and it's opening day, so come with us and check out what there is to do inside. Let's go. We're now inside Beastland and it looks absolutely incredible, and we've noticed that there is a countdown over here for some reason, so they're saying get to the stage. We need to go. We need to find out what's going on. There's a little meet and greet area over here. We don't actually recognise anyone yet though.
Something massive is waking up at Beast Arena. You know, you got the wristband, and when you play the games,
the barriers are open and we're following everyone. I don't know where to, but someone. So there's all the money. I can't remember what the top prize was, but there's about 300,000 riyals in one of these.
So we headed through to the Beast Arena and there was so many different games that you could take part in. This one I was definitely not giving a go, the bungee jumping, but it was so much fun and you can buy a wristband with all the games included. Or if you simply just want to enter and enjoy Beastland in the whole experience, then it's only 25 SAR per person. They had so many merch shops around with all of the Feastables and limited edition merch, which was actually very affordable. As well as all the games that are inside Beast Arena, which are inspired by the show, there was also carnival games, rides, and so many food stalls. It was so much fun and just being here was such a good vibe. I definitely recommend checking it out before it ends in 45 days.
Everything about Beastland felt temporary, like a big group project abandoned after submission. When people found the park's terms and conditions, the excitement turned to skepticism. No professional cameras allowed, no re-entry, and guests automatically consenting to being filmed. One wrong angle or shot and you could face huge fines or be forced to erase your footage. It's ironic that MrBeast, the most filmed man on YouTube, built a park in a place where filming the wrong thing could ruin your life. The park felt less like a fun destination and more like a polished image. This raised moral concerns. MrBeast had countless locations to choose from, but he built in a country with strict censorship, worker exploitation, and harsh civil restrictions. And then there's the labor. You don't build a desert amusement park without workers. Saudi Arabia has a grim history of poor labor conditions for migrant workers, underpaid, overworked, and subjected to brutal heat. Beastland's massive structures raised the obvious question: who built it, and under what conditions? But filming restrictions erased any chance of revealing the truth behind the scenes. This shift made MrBeast look less like a creator and more like a corporate brand. He wasn't building in a safe, transparent location. He was building where he was paid to. While he grinned in promo footage, workers likely endured harsh conditions. Other creators like DanTDM and Jacksepticeye saw this change, calling out MrBeast for prioritizing branding over people. Beastland wasn't a passion project or a fan experience. It was a corporate partnership, a shiny cover-up for a deal that benefited branding more than fans. His brand is built on being relatable and generous, but Beastland showed how far he had strayed. After 45 days, the attraction closed, and it was all packed away, leaving nothing permanent or meaningful, just a flashy spectacle and a big paycheck.
When we were talking about MrBeast's controversies, it's like, in a certain sense, now that he's had them, they know that it doesn't really matter anymore. Like, of course, there are still worse things he could do. I think there are things that he could do that would, like, break down the empire. But I do think that these companies and these brands have realized over the past, like, 5 years in particular, that the longevity of the influencer does not depend on how bad the controversy gets. Like, I imagine that the lesson from Logan Paul, for example, was like, oh yeah, at a certain point after the Suicide Forest video, it seemed like Logan would never make money again. But the reality is that he makes exponentially more money now than he did before, during, or after that controversy. So it's like, in a weird way, I think that the brands almost push the creators more than the audience even pushes the creator.
I think cancellation in general when it comes to these style of influencers is now a myth. I don't think an influencer outside of an extreme grooming or sexual assault scandal can't bump back from any sort of controversy at this point. You know, Trisha Paytas is doing better than she's ever done before. Jeffree Star is still thriving.
Dr. Disrespect still exists.
Oh, Guy Beam is just, he's doing photo shoots and thriving with his weird audience. Because you can't be really canceled anymore because you find all it takes is a weird niche audience that can fund your content for a really long time. You don't really need to go mainstream. You know, the Guy Beam, I'm not calling him the Doc, I refuse, is never going to hit that same level that he hit in the, pre-2020 TwitchCon era. He's now sort of cemented himself as an anti-cancel culture warrior. And the audience that's fallen for it is willing to give him enough that he can survive. Influencers don't need to be for everyone anymore. They can just sort of find their micro niche and thrive in a way that really didn't work just 5 years ago.
What makes this worse is that MrBeast ignored all the serious concerns: filming rules, safety, labor issues, and moral questions. He stuck to surface-level promotions and exciting clips, hoping the problems would disappear, but instead, they made him seem more disconnected. The image of the untouchable creator is fading. He's no longer the guy handing out cash. His actions now feel more calculated, more corporate. MrBeast is expanding into food apps, restaurants, AI tools, and brand partnerships that don't always match his original persona. He's still massive, breaking records, but something has shifted. He doesn't seem like the fun, wild creator anymore. He now looks like a corporation hiding behind the image of one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I read every single comment, so feel free to leave your thoughts below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future content. See you in the next one.